Coach, we are 15 miles due west of the Atlantic, nestled in downtown Jacksonville at TIAA Bank Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Houston Texans and the Jacksonville Jaguars. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Time with Hill. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting up their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Prescott nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sacked by Yannick Ngakoue, the former Maryland Terp.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Off the draw, here's Hill. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So they decline it, as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
And just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
A little bit of space there for the 1st down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards. Akeem Hicks that time on the tackle.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
You must be dreaming. Check 9, check 9. Check 9. Hard. Let's go.
Off play action, it's Minshew. And he completes it to Westbrook. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Ready to break. Mike 96. Slam, slam, slam.
They'll try and run forward with Fournette. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll make it 2nd and goal. Here's Minshew. His pass caught with the 4. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. From 8 yards out, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
On second down, Hill looking to find a lane, but he can't, reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Check. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. Here we go, 46.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. That one complete to Hill. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. You know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
No. What? Hey, lock it.
On second down and 4, Minshew. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
After the penalty, it's Fournette. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Jaguars 7, Texans 0.
On the set. You're going to wedge that out. Go, go, go. Double tight, double tight. Double tight. Hey, 4 down, 4 down. Switch, switch. General West. Let go.
Now Leonard Fournette. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Benardrick McKinney there to make the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Hey, Zoo.
From the 30 on second down, Minshew. The open man is Westbrook. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Complete to D.D. Westbrook. That's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Let's go now. 60 outlaw. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. Get it.
They'll try to throw for it with Minshew. They complete it to Hill. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for them, too.
Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist, 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 twist.
They go back to the ground now with Fournette. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made there by Matt Milano.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They'll toss it to Fournette. His carry with the extra effort is going to get him stopped up just shy of the 10. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4.
3rd and 4.
Ready, ready. 18 Gator. Go! Mike 41. We've got a wedge down.
Minshew sets to throw. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And this Fournette territory here, and he's alone in the backfield on 2nd and goal.
Ready?
They'll give it to him up the middle. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
3rd and goal.
Third down and goal now, and this Houston defense not backing down. They'll look for one more stop. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Not at all what they envisioned on third down, 3 yards in the wrong direction.
It's now 4th down and goal.
Ready, go.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. And Lambo will put this one through, and the lead moves to 10-zip. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Prescott now. His short throw caught by Goddard. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. First down, and it's Hill again. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Let's go, B, let's go. Hey, let's get there.
On play action, Prescott rolling to his right. And the catch made by Hopkins. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. The Texans with the first opportunity now from the red zone. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. This is Hill on the draw play. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. His first touchdown of the new season as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Ready, set.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
In on the stop, Vernon Hargraves.
2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Ready, 60 or. Check 41. There go.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that.
Hey, Wahoo!
96,
Mike 96. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Here we go. Here we go. Wide. Get wide. Five.
Looking to throw on second down. Minshew. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 30 big ones. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the third quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
Now Minshew on 1st and 10. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 22-yard line. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And they'll get him down right about the 20. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Definitely too early to panic, but that is his 4th carry of the game, and collectively has in total 10 yards. So maybe there's no panic, but maybe some concern.
Yeah, and maybe a little concern up front because they're not giving him any space right now.
Pittsburgh. Hey, watch the slant.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Minshew. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives them a 1st and goal.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
They'll give Ford out another crack. And now running, and he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Leonard Fournette, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Again, it's Hill. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
Now a 10th carry for Hill. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
We ain't giving up nothing today.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Josh Allen. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Now, the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
They set up the screen to Hill. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
On the return, it's Kamara. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On 2nd down, Kamara. He can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a 1st down.
Ready. 70, Indy. I'm here all day. Let's go.
Staying on the ground on 1st with Kamara. And they give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 35.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
At the Texans' 30-yard line.
Here we go, set. 18, Gator.
Tight end right. Tight end right.
Get it.
Again, it's Fournette. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Check hot route. Hot, hot. Kill. Hey, turn it out.
Look, squeeze.
Out of the gun is Minshew. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the 22-yard line.
Ready? 10 Lobo.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Check 31.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
Bang, bang. 22 jet bombers.
Fournette on the counter. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
A 46-yard attempt.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that will get the lead up to 14. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. And for the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off right around the 43. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
They'll be going for 6. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Now.
On the run, it's Fournette. And an alley to run. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
Let's go. 15.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. He's still fighting forward. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. So this will be a win.